Greetings and salutations, I am Keb. Welcome back to this Let's Play of Victoria 2 as Russia, and we are pretty much in the end game. To be honest, the only thing that's really left to do is to just see if we can get the top place in the military power rating, which basically means we have to build a larger navy than Britain. I don't know if that's even possible. We are short of a few naval bases still, I think. I did look around the map, but I did find a few places where I had forgotten to set up the constructions. So let's see if we can find all of them again. Let's see, where was he? There was one up here somewhere. There we go. Need a naval base there. We lacked one over here somewhere. There we go. The one in Alaska we needed to expand, so let's do that. There was one somewhere in the on the African coast, I believe. There we go. Let's expand that one. There was the one we conquered from Portugal. Have to get that up and running. And there was one more somewhere in this area, I think. Well, maybe I'm mistaken after all. Oh, well. Yeah, well, I think that is the ones, that are the ones I missed before. Well, I do want to keep as many of them going as possible, because we're going to need the naval supply limit if we're going to field all the ships we want to. Did I get everything here? It's so easy to miss. Just one little naval base. And we need that support limit if we're going to build a larger fleet, so we'll see. Generate, let's start the clock. Lose a ton of money. And of course the upper house is rearranged, which is fine. So let's see, that's naval logistics. Let's just go on to the next tech. And we finished naval base to Oulu. Northern Finland, I assume. And that is the max level one, so we can't really do anything else. That's fine. Still losing money, quite a lot of it. There we go, the market does stabilize eventually. Turku is done. Also a max level naval base. Reval. Let's see. Just want to be sure that the naval bases are now at maximum capacity. It's actually it's helping out quite a bit actually. I thought they only added like 30 capacity each beyond the first level. Apparently that's not the case. They're adding quite a lot more. Shouldn't be complaining. I need these supply. I need the supply. Let's see, 5,770. Let's wait for the next one. 5,930. Okay, so they add quite a lot more than just 50. Well then, this will be very much worth it. We can already build quite a few more ships. Also, I really wonder about this. So they basically, over time, transports gets continuously less attack value versus other ships. Interesting change, actually. I haven't noticed that before. So I suppose that means that in the early game you can actually use transports for battle, but not in the late game. Oh, we finished the tech already. Yeah, let's start with naval design. And now we have nearly 1,000 extra capacity, as I should definitely start building more ships. And let's see. Each of these costs 60 supply. Fine, well, let's build all the dreadnoughts we can. That's 16 dreadnoughts. Let's build all the ones in Asia as well. That's 21 times 660 supply, I mean. That's 600, 1200. Around 1300 worth of supply. Yeah, well, that'll be just fine. We'll have to build even more ships after that. We're gonna get you, Britain. We're gonna get you. We still have a few years left to build. So... there isn't that much left to do other than that, really, in this game, because unlike just about all the other games in the Paradox library, this one is not really about conquest as much. The cap factor on this game seems to be considerably harder. I mean, in all Paradox games you have a limiting factor of some sort. The term of it's called different things in all of them. You have aggressive expansion. You have that's one in the E4. Before then it was called Bad Boy. In Stellaris it's called Threat, and here it's called Infamy. And my mouse cursor seemed to be completely bonkers again. There we go. Then, at any rate, the... oh, this is so much fun when the mouse decides to go all haywire. Sorry about that. Where was I? Yeah. The limiting factor for conquest. There's always one of them. And the infamy cap in Victoria is very difficult to deal with, to be honest. It is very low, just 25, and it's impossible to get rid of at a decent rate. I mean, you get rid of about 1 point a year, and you gain 10 infamy for just a single province, so, at the very least. So, state rather. So, conquering large swaths of land is pretty much impossible. Even with the Great War modifiers, which reduces it by 25%, down to 25%, I think. Even with that, you can only take, well, maybe you could take as much as East Germany in one swoop if you had no infamy cap. So, doing a world conquest in Victoria, that's painful, because I believe that once you hit the infamy cap, everybody and their brother will start declaring war on you, constantly. And your economy can't endure that. Even ours, it just wouldn't work. The economy of population, it just wouldn't work. A fully modernized China might swing it, I don't know. But to get China up to that speed, China up to that point, that's not easy. I mean, the best avenue of expansion you have is to colonize Africa, and we did okay there. I mean, we got a very large chunk of Africa, all things considered. Oh, I forgot to check. There's actually naval bases that could stand to be expanded now. Well, that's unfortunate. I probably missed a few then. Oh boo. Still though, our naval capacity is going up rather quickly here. Ah, just keeping the naval base stops this. Oops, no, never mind. Doesn't really matter. Our country is so big that the events hardly matter at all, to be honest. Okay, another upper house rearranging. Okay. More and more naval techs. We really want laissez-faire, I think. Just to make our life a little bit easier with the factory management. Tourism. But that's not what I wanted to check. Let's see. There was... where's Serbia? There you are. And you to our sphere, and there's Punjab, if I can find you somewhere in this list. And if the mouse would actually cooperate, arg. I might have to get a new mouse at some point. That's beginning to be rather vexing. But it just won't cooperate. Ugh. So I guess all these naval bases finished. I suppose we should quickly go through here to verify that we have everything. And just have to keep a tab on my cash, because we don't want to go bankrupt either. And these naval bases can get a bit expensive. And this one's almost done. It takes 3 years for these to be constructed, so we might get them done before the end of the game, but gonna be a bit close, I think. Still, we're gonna need them if we're gonna catch up to Britain, so... I mean, we definitely have more coastal provinces than them, I'm almost certain of that. I think we set all these guys in motion here. Yeah, that seems fine. Now we just have to wait for the ships to finish. They are being built, there we go. Don't really need jingoism. Okay, let's start. Oh, another cluster crisis. There's always a crisis. Ugh. Another zillion dreadnoughts. No. Slovakian independence, we don't give a damn. And what did you just do, France? Oh! Oh, you stupid. Did you actually... Second French liberation of Elsass-Lothringen. You and Austria and the Ottomans and Colombia versus Germany, Italy, Sweden. Well, you know you can't win this one without me, France. You do know that. The only reason I joined this is if it would become a great war. And it wouldn't. Because it's Germany and France on one side. Austria-Hungary is on the French side. And I'd be on the French side as well. So it wouldn't become a great war. So, sucks to be you, France. Haha, have fun. Try to survive that one. Laissez-faire it is. No, no military access either. You guys suck, all of you. Our economy seems to have tanked a little bit. Not just a little bit, actually, quite a bit. A little bit in favor of moralism. Right, we're subsidizing all the factories, aren't we? Because we have the socialist revolutionaries and state capitalism, so we can't. Alright, we also have to expand the factories. I completely forgot about that. So I assume that there are places where people are unemployed. I mean, I could try to just kill factories here. Unprofitable factories. I mean, there are a few of them. Let's see, where else? Then you still need a few. Unsubsidized factories, a lot of them would close, we'd get a ton of workers that are oh no, that probably wouldn't be worth it. Because we'd have to pay for the unemployment benefits instead. 800 in terms of industry. Yeah, that's painful. I think we're just gonna increase taxes. By a few percent, there we go. Let's try that on for size. Much better. Nope, none of you are gonna have military access. Not a darn one of you. You can slug it out on your own. Germany's gonna win this, obviously. But... I do not care. All I care about is securing my place. And we already have, actually. Yeah. We're first. Finally past Britain. And that, of course, yeah, naval stuffs do cost a fair bit. Right. Oh, yeah. We might want to cut spending on that. Britain, yeah, sure. Let's be friends, Britain. Just don't you dare. Don't you dare bring us into a war. Let's see. Okay, so the party that won, yeah, that seems to be the socialists again. Not certain surprising. 50% of the vote. Okay, so... Right, this is the upper house, not the voter base, but still. I'm surprised that many voted for. Strange. Let's see. We're still a bit away from a next potential reform, which seems to be maximum work hours. Okay, so that's gonna be this reform. And they're not scared enough. There's not enough militancy. And honestly, at this point, the militancy won't increase fast enough to matter. Italy wants an alliance. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Let's accept it. Not that we're gonna join you for anything, but we'll take our alliance for whatever it's worth. I do believe we'll be able to research all the text, which is kind of funny. As for our state construction project, I don't know. We might be able to make a few more. Depends. See, in most of the country, militancy is fairly low, but as you can see, we still have some areas that are a bit rebellious. Most of Africa has quelled down quite a bit. We might be able to try one more war or so, but yeah, I don't know. We'll probably be finishing Kokand just for the border gore. That or Egypt. I thought these were conquered by... Oh, no, that's what's left of Cairo, and yeah. They lost a little bit of a core. So France, have we lost yet? The war's already over. Didn't even notice. Yeah, I believe they lost Franche-Comté. There you go, France. You wanted the war. That is what happens. Well, let's be honest, it's very easy to just screw the AI over in this game, because they implicitly think that you'll join all the wars. And they declare wars that they can't possibly win without the human player, and that's bad. That really is quite bad. How far ahead am I in the score now? Military score. 2,200 for capital ships, 2,400. Ha 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 ha. So our fleet is bigger than the British one. That feels good. I do wonder how you can possibly make a world conquest in this game. I assume it is possible, but I'm not sure for which countries. Britain maybe. I mean, Britain starts out with a significant advantage on just about every other country. You have an industrial base, you have a pretty large population, though that's mostly colonies. They don't have that much of an actual British population, so I don't know how well they'd be able to build up in that regard. Ally France and screw them over again. Sure, why not? Yeah, Britain might be all good for a conquest situation. Though... well, their greatest asset is basically that their homeland can't be torched. Even if they continuously go to war, they can protect the islands. Yeah. United States might also be pretty good for this, though they'd have to be better. They have to beat the British. I don't know how easy that would be for them. I don't know. I might have to try that sometime. Try to do a world conquest. Just ignore the infamy penalties. Let's see. To do that, you need a government with a lot of jingoism. You need jingoism in order to continuously attack. Otherwise, you'd have pretty large wars for just, say, a single state or maybe two, given how long it takes to fabricate the claims. And you probably don't want to start conquering until the scramble for Africa is done, because just securing all this territory during a war would be difficult, I'd imagine. I do wonder which country might be suitable for it. Prussia is a nice one too, but you're in the middle of Europe, and until you've destroyed everything around you, you'll be darn vulnerable. The United States would probably be better, though their government isn't exactly suited for it, if I recall correctly. I don't know. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should try a US game where I go absolutely bananas. At least after the scramble for Africa. Tempting. And it would have to be after the scramble for Africa anyway, simply because you need to get an economic base first before you actually build up the navy. I mean, there's a reason we deleted our entire navy at the start of the game. It just wasn't feasible. We couldn't support it, if we wanted to fully educate our population and that sort of thing. And you can't really industrialize until you have a significant amount of infrastructure and at least a few of the inventions, so that the factories will be profitable versus the artisans. And that's especially true in large populous countries like Russia and China, not the least. Well, what do you know? We can create a state in Wadai. Let's do so. There we go. And that's one we hadn't even... Oh, that's cool. It was one we didn't even encourage bureaucrats in. My goodness. That is cool. 16% Russians. Really? What was the big draw of this province, I wonder? Or was it just that it was small, or did you actually... Or is it a simulation? No current... No, actually there is a simulation here. Yep. Simulation of minor cultures. That seems to be what's going on here. That's cool. So they're becoming Russians. And yeah, not using my diplomatic points at this point. I don't know if I really care. I just want to reach endgame, really. Which, yeah. We're pretty much already at it, but we have the score. Britain really does not want us to get Punjab. They're pushing us back continuously. Oh well. At any rate, I think I'll take a break here and we'll see what we do just to wrap this game up next time. Thank you for watching.